Alright, there is something I really want to talk about since the first qualifier for Money in the Bank. And mostly this topic goes towards the women, not just so much the men. Because looking at the actual lineup for the men, you have far more star power. Far more star power than the women. The women, it is just flat out pathetic. And when I saw who the contenders of each of the Money in the Bank briefcase was going to be for the women, I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, what are you doing? You only have one. Okay, you have 2 ex-champions and 1 legit star. Let's be real. Io, I know Io won. I know she just had the title. I know she lost it recently. But her entire title reign was ignored. And nobody cared that she was champion. They cared when she was on NXT, but they didn't care that she was champion. Except for her marks that she has, and you know what, that's cool. She does have a fan base. But she was just ignored in her storyline for a very long time into WrestleMania. They barely promoted her. Naomi, it's a shame, honey. Why'd you come back? Like, really, why did you come back? I love Naomi. I wish she was Trinity. I wish she was a whole other person. I wish she wasn't the same person she was when she left, because she's been taking nothing but L's. She's been in matches, championship matches. She's been contenders, but she's always lost. And honestly, I really wish she had more. And yes, every wrestler is not going to have a winning streak. They're not. They're going to be really boring and stale if they constantly have a winning streak. I get that. But she has taken too many L's, barely any W's. And for somebody who is a vet like her, you would think that she would be able to get a little bit more respect here. That's just me personally. And honestly, yes, I will forever say I am waiting on my glow belt. When am I going to get it? Probably never. I need to give up on that pipe dream. They are never going to make a glow belt. But Naomi has not been able to get the credibility, in my opinion, that she has deserved. She has been getting a lot of L's as of late, and the fact that she's in this match, she's just going to lose. She's just going to eat the pin. And that's the one thing that I'm very disappointed to hear and to see, or to possibly see. As of right now, the Money in the Bank the Money in the Bank pay-per-view is not even out yet. We are 2 days out, and I've just recorded this. I'm recording this now after my predictions. So yeah, I really do feel like she's gonna possibly just completely eat the pin here, and it's very disappointing, at least to feel that she's gonna do that. But you got 2 oddballs. I'm not even gonna talk about Chelsea Green because it's far too easy to talk about Chelsea Green. But I'll say this, even though Chelsea Green is comic relief, she has gotten over because of Samantha Irving and how she pronounces her name. That's it. Chelsea Green cannot be taken seriously because she is comic relief. She's a comic character, but people absolutely love her. In my opinion, she reminds me a little bit of the Bushwhackers. Even though the Bushwhackers took major L's, people love them, they respect them still. And now the point that Chelsea Green is starting to get a lot of respect, even teamed up with Piper Niven, and I think that Piper Niven should be here instead of her. It's far too easy to hate on her, but it makes sense why she's here. Because she's over. She's over whether we like it or not. Chelsea Green is over. Her character is over. Is she a star? Hell no. Not even close. But she is over, and at least people will care a little bit if she's in there, and people might consider her to be the underdog. But let's talk about the 2 oddballs. Not so much Chelsea Green, but Lyra Valkyria and Zoe Stark. What the hell? Like, seriously, I just had to be honest. There's nothing against Lyra Valkyria. She is an amazing wrestler, but she is dull as dishwater. She's not very interesting to watch. She's not very interesting to care about because she doesn't have an interesting character. But she's good at what she does. I'm not going to deny that. She's good at what she does. She's just boring. And Zoe's been taking L since day one. And for some reason, she just seems to roll up in here and actually have a qualifier. Why? Why not Shayna? Why not Shayna? Shayna should be there instead of her. Honestly, there are many people that should be replaced in this match. 2, actually 3 I can call out. Lyra Valkyria, Zoe Stark, and Chelsea Green should have been replaced. I don't. They should have had other people in their place. Piper Niven should have been in Chelsea Green's place, and Shayna Baszler should have been in Zoe Stark's place. Now, I am really shocked that they literally gave Jade Cargill the L. Like, I never thought in my wildest dreams. And yes, I know a lot of people say that I hate on her and everything, but as much as I don't want to admit it, Jade actually does have star power. She sucks in the ring, but she has star power. She's gradually getting better, I will admit that. And on her own, she's starting to gain some confidence. But I'm really shocked that they gave her the L, because honestly, you need more star power in this match. It is a shame that the men have far more star power in their match than the women. And it's a shame because it's been several years since the first Money in the Bank women's ladder match. And yes, there is a giant asterisk and a really, 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 really dark cloud over the first one. And we know why. But it's a shame that the women gotta fight harder because they feel like they have more to prove, and they should be established by now. Like, this match in itself should be established by now. But there's not enough stars to go around. And yeah, I didn't talk about Tiffy because Tiffany Stratton is the only star here. And yes, we got 2 ex-champions that happen to be in that match, but does that really matter? It does, to a small extent. It does, but are they over though? You can probably say to a certain extent they both are, but it's not enough, in my opinion, to actually count. And I know that sounds weird, but I'm just being real here. Naomi has been taking far too many L's where it's really taking a hit to her credibility. Io Shirai, I'm calling her that. I don't care about Io Sky. Io Shirai has been ignored since she's been champion. That is going to take a hit to her credibility. So even though they had titles, and even though one of them's a vet, they've been ignored for most of their career. So can we really say they're stars? Because the company's not doing much to push them. But they're doing everything to push Tiffy. But they're not doing much to push those two. They're not doing much to push Io Sky or Io Shirai or Naomi. So I can't really say that they're stars here. But it's a shame how bare bones this match really is when they got a stacked roster. They got a stacked roster of women that can honestly put it on the map. While the men, it is ridiculous of how much star power they got. I mean, shoot, you got LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, Carmelo Hayes is an up-and-comer, Andrade, God bless his soul, trying to find a spot somewhere. But you got main event Jey Uso and Chad Gable. Chad Gable's storyline that he had with Sami Zayn put him way over. His heel run has made him really hated, but people still think about the guy. There's really nothing to say about LA Knight. He's been over for a while. And Drew McIntyre's storyline has definitely put him over. From CM Punk, the second time he got a lot of sympathy from the crowd. The first time it's his fault. But they did a really good job with Drew. And don't get me started on Jay. Jay, they had a magnificent run with that guy. For almost, 3 years? Going on 4? And yeah, Carmelo Hayes, he's definitely an up-and-comer, somebody to look at, especially those that watch NXT. Everybody here is a potential star or a main star. Can we say the same thing about the women? No. There is no main star here. There's a potential, maybe one, but that's it. And it's a shame. This is the main roster. You're not expecting a lackluster crew. You are expecting a fantastic crew of women to show out and actually feel like they're main event stars. You only can see one. But I know it seems like I'm hard on the women, but it's been years now. Ever since 2016, we thought the women's division was going to be cared about a lot more. And it was mainly because of the 4 horsewomen. Let's be real. But now that one is gone to AEW, we know who she is. One is on the shelf because of an injury. And then Becky is on the verge of retiring. We got Bayley, who's barely there and just as ignored as Io. We don't have much. And it's sad because these women are very talented. They're very talented and good at what they do. They just need a character push. They just need an injection of flavor. I can't say, I mean, with Chelsea Green, she does have a lot of flavor. I'm not going to deny that. Even though I'm not her biggest fan, I will say that she has a lot of flavor, and her flavor has grown over the years. I can't say the same thing about Zoe. And I can't really say that her appeal is likable either. And I can't say the same thing about Lyra, even though they're really trying to push Lyra, probably for that European initiative, but Lyra is incredibly boring. And Io, unfortunately, she has a major barrier on her end, as well as the fact that she's been ignored throughout her entire title reign, and so has Naomi. I really do predict that even though this is a lackluster crew of people that happen to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match as contenders, they're gonna be on fire. Like, this is gonna probably be close to being match of the night. Now, I know, and I haven't really put my predictions up, but I did say that Seth Rollins versus Damian Priest is going to probably be match of the night, at least to me. But unfortunately, the women always have something to prove. And I say unfortunately because they really shouldn't have to have anything to prove by now. It's been several years. We've seen what these women can do. Whether they were on the indies or whether they're in WWE, they should not have to prove themselves every freaking year. It should already be known how good they are in the ring. The only problem is that their push is just not there, except for a few. Some have that flavor, some don't. And I really do think it's going to be a banger. That match in itself is going to be a banger. It's just a shame how I feel like that the women are kind of getting scraps, that they're not really being pushed the way they should be. And I'm not saying be main event every night. That's just stupid. But I'm just saying, at least get women that can bring eyes to the product. And maybe they have a lot of fear about Jade, but I'm really shocked not to see Bianca here. I'm shocked not to see Bianca here. I'm shocked to see that Jade's not here. I'm shocked to see that Piper Niven's not here. I'm shocked to see that Shayna Baszler is not here. The fact that you have those three women that can bring star power to this match and them not being here, I don't get. I don't understand. They only have one person that you possibly can care about. Maybe two. You can probably say Naomi too. But there's not enough. And I don't know. It just seems kind of wrong to me how the men have more star power than the women, and the women that you could have put in there that could have gave this match a lot more star power, you chose to not do it. I don't get it. I don't get it. But enough of this rant. I have ranted on far too much about this match. I really do hope that these women have a banger. It's a shame they got to prove themselves every single year when they shouldn't have to by now. But that's just how it is, I guess. But enough of this rant. I want to hear what you guys think. Do you guys think that it was pretty random how they put this whole match together with the women? How they got people that have very little star power to be in this match? I don't get it. And Chelsea Green's going to be stumbling everywhere all over the place, and I would not be shocked at all. Even though Tiffany Stratton is the girl that I've actually predicted to win, I would not be shocked that somehow, out of the blue, we got Chelsea Green being the suitcase, being the holder of the briefcase. That's going to be weird in itself if that does happen. But do better when it comes to getting women stars, man. Do better when it comes to raising women stars. I mean, NXT, they're on fire right now. They got a whole bunch of potentials down there. They got barely any in the main roster. Y'all gotta do better, seriously. But again, no more rants. I'm done. I want to hear what you guys think about this. Do you guys feel that this match in itself is random? Do you guys feel like there's really any star power at all in this match? What do you think about the women's Money in the Bank ladder match for those that honestly do care about this match? I want to hear what you think in the comment section below. If you like what I do, by all means subscribe, share this video, and like it. I will talk to y'all later. Peace out.